All right, well, so we are now embarking on a new discussion. And we're going to be talking about epistemology. Now, we just got done looking at metaphysics, right? Oh, come on, why aren't you working? Really? There we go. Okay, so metaphysics, right? And we looked at two types of metaphysical camps, I guess you could call it, perspectives, right? So we looked at idealism, and we looked at materialism, right? And with materialism, wait, there's an L missing. We looked at Aristotle, right? And Aristotle argued that at the end of the day, substance was the most real. Because in there he said that substance is a this, right? Something that you can point to. So all the other things about substance, right, the other 9 categories are dependent on this. So therefore, right, his idea of metaphysics is that material or the physical is actually the most real. Now, if we take what he said in other books that he wrote, De Anima on the soul and all that kind of stuff, he's not quite as emphatic about the physical. But for our purposes, it's fine. Now, idealism, right, we looked at Plato. And Plato told us that what is most real is the form, right, which is not of this. The form is the in itself. Remember all that stuff? And so at the end of the day, idealism is a belief that the non-physical is the most real, right? Okay. Now, that is all about metaphysics, right? However, what we're now going to look at is another deal on epistemology. But the distinctions in epistemology are very similar to the distinctions in, let's go epistemology, in metaphysics. So epistemology is going to be divided for us into rationalism, whoopsie, and empiricism. These are going to be our two main camps. And empiricists are going to hold, first of all, the guy we're going to look at is called John Locke. And he's going to hold that what we call true, because remember, epistemology is about how we define true. He's going to say that what is most true is what we can experience. That is, truth is something to the 5 senses. And that's why we're going to say that there's sort of like a connection between empiricism and materialism, right? So if Aristotle says that substance is the basic building block of all reality, then Locke is going to say that basically experience, which is of substances, is the building block of all truth. Now, rationalists hold something different. And our rationalist is a guy called Descartes. And Descartes is going to hold that what is true is the mind's perception. In other words, he's going to say that idea is actually more real than the senses. And so he's going to talk about how the mind has certain ideas that allow it to shape what it calls true. So truth to Descartes is going to be far more akin to the non-physical idea. So when it comes down to epistemology, notice metaphysics and epistemology are going to have a similar breakdown, really. And the logic that we use to understand idealism will help us understand rationalism, and the logic we use for materialism will help us to understand empiricism. So that's where we're going in this next module. And I know you're excited.